ओम शांति अव्यक्ति परिवार में आपका
Om Shanti. Welcome everyone to Avyakti Parivar, and today is day 6, and the topic is use every treasure in a worthwhile way and become an embodiment of success, being Trikaldarshi. So today's signal is whatever task you carry out with faith of victory and on the basis of being Trikaldarshi, it will never be wasted or unsuccessful. You simply need to understand the present time. It can be called perfect. If you are unsuccessful in any task or if it is wasted, the reason for that is that you don't carry out the task while keeping the three aspects of time in front of you. Now we will be listening to Didi.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
सफलता प्राप्त करने के लिए
So to achieve success,
को सफल करना है तो उसकी बाबा युक्तियां बताते रहते हैं।
we have to use every treasure in worthwhile way. And for that, Baba is giving us so many methods, like how should be my stage, how should be my life.
एक सबसे बड़ी
So
शक्ति है
to decide something, the biggest power is to
तीनों कालों
being
में
stabilized in the stage where I can see all three aspects of
मध्य
time.
दौरान
It's like I can see the
दूसरा
past, present,
प्रैक्टिस
and
करते हैं।
future. It's like I can see the beginning,
और
middle,
जो
and the
बाबा
end.
युक्ति है
So if
वो
I
किसी
am
के लिए भी
Trikaldarshi,
चलती हैं। शुरू
so
करते हैं
when I begin any task in that stage of
किसी
being
भी समय
Trikaldarshi,
तक
then from the
क्या सफल
beginning
होना
until
है,
the end, we
क्या हो
can
सकता है,
think of everything,
दोनों
every
तरह से
aspect that what can
क्या कुछ
happen,
होगा
what
और
is
क्या
right,
विघ्न भी आ
and
सकते
what
हैं।
obstacles can
तो
come.
इसका हम पूरी
And
तरह
so we are
अनुभव
always
करते हैं
prepared for
कि
everything.
क्या
If
हो
what is
सकता
going
है,
to happen, what possibilities are
कैसे
there
हो,
while
बहुत
performing this
सोचने की
task.
जरूरत नहीं
So
होती।
we don't have to think a lot.
लेकिन फिर भी अगर आदि में जाते
However,
हैं तो
but
मध्य
if we
दौर
think in the beginning, then our
और फिर
middle
जब
and our
अनुमान करते
end
हैं
is always
तो
good.
पास्ट को
So
पाते
if
हैं।
we look into
यहाँ
all
पे
three
लोग ये
aspects
कहते
of
हैं कि हम
time,
कहते हैं
then past is
हमारा
always
पिछला अनुभव
past.
ये कहता है,
It's not like
राजस्थानी ये
sometimes
कहता है,
we just give
किसी
example,
की
oh, my
दोस्ती
past
हमें
experience is
किसी की
this
कहती,
with that
हम लोग
person
उसी
or
के
with in some
वर्जन में चलते
situations.
हैं।
So however is our past
तो
experience,
वो
based on that
स्थिति
we always say, oh, my past
उनकी
experience is
चलो
this, so we
पास्ट में
perform that way in the
जो
present
हमने
also.
ठीक
That is also
नहीं
not
किया
correct, because sometimes
लेकिन
whatever we have
आगे
done in the
ठीक है वो
past,
बात ठीक होनी चाहिए।
whatever is in my intellect in the past,
लेकिन
maybe this
व्यक्तियों में
time it's
परिवर्तन आता
different.
है,
That person is different.
परिस्थिति में भी
That
परिवर्तन
situation
आता
is
है,
different. Present,
व्यक्ति भी चेंज
everything
हो जाता
is
है।
improving. Everybody
व्यक्ति
is
का अनुभव,
changing. People
उसका
are also
संस्कार
changing
स्वभाव
their sanskars, their
सभी
nature,
शक्तियाँ
their
बदलती
habits, their manners.
और
Everything is
परिस्थिति भी
improving
उसी के
or
साथ
changing.
चलती
And
और
situations are
व्यक्ति की
always different.
बदलती रहती है,
They
बदलती
keep
रहती है।
changing all the
तो
time.
हम अपने माइंड को
So
इस आधार पर
what we
यूज
have to
करते हैं
do is like, it's not just
कि
think
व्यक्ति
everything
की
based on my
परिस्थिति
past
ऐसी है,
experience with that person
क्योंकि
or
उससे
with
क्या है
any
आगे नहीं बढ़
situation. So
सकेंगे,
with that, what will happen? We
क्योंकि
cannot
वो
grow and we
डिस्ट्रक्शन
cannot
पॉइंट है। और
progress.
मेरे ख्याल से
But this
जहाँ
is a
जहाँ
really
ये
good point. And if we
करते
pay
हैं वर्क,
attention, maybe tomorrow, which is our homework
कि
for
हम
this,
स्थिति
that
त्रिकालदर्शी हैं,
our stage should be of being
हमारा बाबा
Trikaldarshi.
त्रिकालदर्शी है।
Our Baba is Trikaldarshi, who
हम
can
देखते
see
हैं
all
कि
three
बहुत
aspects
अच्छा
of
हुआ,
time. So we should be like
लेकिन क्या
that.
हुआ,
whatever has
इसमें क्या
done in the
कहते हैं
past
एक
was for
धर्म है,
benefit, something good
एक
has
धर्म है।
happened, and whatever is happening now.
तो किसी बात
So,
को
past
भारी नहीं हो सकता,
don't become heavy
क्योंकि
because of
वर्तमान में
anything, whatever is happened in the
विज्ञान
past.
सत्य
Because
में
if we are
वर्तमान
heavy now, then our
इसी
power
कृष्ण
to
भगवान
decide
ने
will
वरदान दिया है कि बच्चे विजयी रतन बने।
not be stable. And for
कृपया
future,
करके
Baba has given us
कि
this blessing of becoming
विजयी का ये
victorious.
निश्चय
So, Baba is saying that if you have
विजयी
that
का
faith in your
उस
victory,
निश्चय
if you
पर
have that faith in your
निश्चय व
victory,
त्रिकालदर्शी
then based on that
के
faith,
आधार पर
you become Trikaldarshi.
जो भी कार्य
And
करेंगे
then, if you perform any
वो
action in
कभी भी
that stage
व्यर्थ
of being Trikaldarshi and having
नहीं
faith of
होगा।
victory, you will be always successful. You're
सिर्फ
never
एक बात को
unsuccessful.
समझना
So, you
कि कोई
simply need to
पूर्ण नहीं
understand
चाहिए।
the present time. It can't be called
यदि कोई
perfect.
भी कार्य में
If
असफलता
you
होगी
are unsuccessful in
या
any
व्यर्थ हो
task,
जाता है
or if it
तो
is
इसका
wasted,
कारण
so then what is
केवल
the
केवल
reason of that?
समय
The
रहते
reason is that you don't
कार्य
carry
नहीं
out the
करते।
task while keeping the three aspects of time in front of
ये
you.
विचार करने की बात है।
So this is really
तो
good
जो
point
भी
to
बात
think
शिव
on,
बाबा
to reflect
समझाते हैं
on. So everything Baba is teaching us right
अनुभव
now.
तो इमर्ज होता है,
So our
कंटेंट
experience
बनता है।
keep emerging. So you should always churn
जितना
on
मैं क्लियर
knowledge,
होऊंगा
churn on all these
हर बात
points. The
समझ
more
आऊंगी मुझे
clarity we have, the
उतनी
more
सिद्धि
clarity
प्राप्त हो
of
सकती
every
है।
point if we have in our mind and
तो हमारा
intellect,
आधार
the intellect
सिर्फ
will
अनुभव
carry.
नहीं है,
So our basis
हमारा
is not
आधार पहले
not
ज्ञान है।
just the experience, but the basis is
बाबा क्या
knowledge.
समझाते हैं,
First is the
ये क्या
knowledge,
शिक्षा है।
what Baba is
बाबा
teaching
ने
me,
ब्रह्मा बाबा के द्वारा
what are Baba's
यज्ञ
directions.
की स्थापना की,
Baba has established this yagya
बहुत
through
बड़ी
Brahma.
विघ्न
So many big
पड़ी,
obstacles came, but still
आज तक भी
we are
यज्ञ
successful. Until
चल नहीं
today,
पा रहा है।
yagya
हर
is
ब्राह्मण
growing.
को पालना मिल रही है,
Every Brahmin is getting
विश्व सेवा हो
sustenance.
रही है।
The whole
तो
world
जरूर
is
कहेंगे
being
यदि
served.
जो
So,
कार्य
what we can say,
ब्रह्मा
yes,
बाबा आदि
whatever
देव
task the yagya
आदि
has
में ललित
started
बने,
in the beginning, Brahma
तो
Baba
यज्ञ
became
करने
instrument.
वाले की अपनी धारणा
So
सोच
Brahma Baba was instrument, and his
और
dharanas, his
बुद्धि
efforts,
संयोग
his yoga of intellect, everything was so
कदम
accurate.
कदम पर जो बाबा ने निर्णय
So
लिए,
at every step, whatever decisions Baba had
शिव
made,
बाबा ने जब पहले
I
पहले
remember in the
आपू
beginning
जाना था
when
तो
we
बहुत
were
छोटे
moving
थे,
to Abu,
बहुत
so
पुराना किला
everybody
था।
stayed in Bridge Koti.
तो ये
It was
पांडव
a very
भवन
old
को कितने में
monument.
हाउस करते थे?
So the
ये
Panda
सेल पे
Bhavan,
था,
it was on sale at that time,
55,000 रुपए,
55,000 rupees.
उस समय पचपन
So
हजार
at
रुपया
that
होता
time,
था।
55,000 was a
बाबा ने
big
विश्व
amount.
भाव को कहा
So
बोला ये खरीद कर लो,
Baba said to
बहुत
Vishwa
छोटा
Kishore
सा था।
Bhau, just buy it.
मैं
It was very
ध्यान
small, and
पहले
I
से
remember
समझा था,
that I went
लेकिन
there
समय
after
निकल
five to
गया
six years,
और इतने
five,
पैसे
six
भी नहीं
years
थे
later.
कि
So we didn't have
पालन
that
किया
much
जाए।
money. It was not that
उसकी
big
फीस
either.
निकालने के लिए भी
So we had to
तीन
put
तीन
like
साल का पैसा
ceiling, the
गुजरात से
rooftop on that. So
लाए,
after 1 or 2 years,
उसमें
somebody
मेहनत की,
came from
सीढ़ियाँ लगाई
Gujarat,
उसकी,
and
तो बहुत
the
टूटी
roof
हैं,
was all
बहुत समय
just
लेती है,
broken,
पानी भी लीक
and
होता
there
है।
was a lot of
तो
leakage
एक
from the
बाबा ने
ceiling.
मुझे
So
परमिशन
one
दी,
brother came
कहीं
and
पैसे
he
और दे
asked
दो,
Baba, Baba, give me
मैं
permission
चालू
to
कर दूंगा। ऐसे धीरे
replace the
धीरे
roof.
थोड़ा
So that's
एक्सटेंशन होता
how
था, थोड़ा
extension
रिपेयर होता था,
started, some repairs,
धीरे
some
धीरे
replacements. So it happened
आज
all
आपने पांडव
gradually.
भवन
And
देखा,
until now,
न केवल
if you
बाबा की
go and
तपस्या है,
see Panda
ये
Bhavan,
तपस्या भूमि
you will feel
जो
that this
बनाया
is
था बाबा
Baba's
तपस्या क्षेत्र है।
place where
मैं अपने
Baba
भवन में
did all the
पांडव भवन
tapasya,
में
and we
प्रवेश
all
करता हूँ।
have this
पांडव
desire to
भवन की
stay in
तपस्या
Panda
बहुत अच्छी
Bhavan.
है।
So we have that bhavna,
ब्रह्मा
that love
बाबा
for
ने
Panda
भी
Bhavan.
करवाया
So
उसके
Brahma
लिए,
Baba has done everything
पर धीरे धीरे
Shibaba
स्थापना कर
with
रहा था।
Shibaba's
अभी
directions.
मध्य अंत
But Brahma Baba was so clear in his mind that he could see the beginning, the middle, the end. So we all should practice this to do every task with this awareness of being Trikaldarshi.
Om Shanti. Awake Murli revision
Om
1969
Shanti. Now we will
Meditation
revise
के
the Avyakt
20 से
Murlis starting from 1969.
सितंबर 1971
So the date
सच्ची
of the Murli is September 27, 1971.
दक्षिण
The revelation of truth
इस
with the
समय
power
किसी
of
की
love.
स्मृति में वहाँ नैनों में क्या है
What is in each
एक
one's
बात
awareness
है
and
या
eyes
दो
at this
बातें
moment?
हैं
Is there one thing or
वहाँ
two
वही
things?
तो है
Or are there
वह
two
क्या
things
है
merged in one? What
किसी
is it?
कहा एक
So
ही
somebody
माँ
said
है
there is only one father.
बोले आज
So
शिशु
today, all of
एक
you
मत और
are
एक
following
ही
one
आत्मा
direction
है
and have only
अच्छा
one thing.
इस समय तो
Acha,
एक
at
बात
this
है
time, there is one
लेकिन
thing, but
जैसे वर्तमान
according to
समय
present
स्मृति
time,
में वह
according to
नैनों
present
में
time, what
सदैव बना
constantly
रहता है
stays in your awareness
शिशु
and in
के
your
जीवन
eyes.
में यह
Do you remember?
याद रहता है
Do you remember service
स्पर्श
or
के
not?
बिगर कैसे
Just as you
रहे
remember Baba,
स्पर्शा भी
in the
अपने
same
ही को
way,
याद रहा
do you also remember
लेकिन
service?
दूसरों को भी
Or do
कोशिश
you just
द्वारा
have to
यह
return
भी तो
home?
याद
Do you
करना
remember this? How can you return
कदम
home
कदम में स्मृति
without
में
having done service?
आपकी याद और सांस
Of course, you remember the
सांस
inheritance for
वह
your own
सदैव
self, but you
याद
also
रहता
have to
है
remember that you have
और
to enable
हलचल
others
है
to claim their inheritance in your
चलते
awareness
फिरते
and at your
नगर
every step. You
अगर
have
इस
Baba's
चिंतन
remembrance.
कि
But
हमने
together with that,
कम
do you
हर
also remember
शिशु की
service?
सेवा की
Or there
हर
should
पल
be
हर पल
remembrance? Should there
शिशु
not be
कार्य
both?
करते भी
So,
ईश्वरीय
whilst
सेवा
moving
में
and moving
मस्त हैं
around, whilst performing
यह स्मृति
action, if you
रहती
have the
है
awareness that you
सदैव
are an
सर्विस
instrument for godly service at
सर्विस में
every
तत्पर
moment,
रहूंगा
even whilst doing
जिससे
physical work,
सर्विस
you
में
have the
यह
awareness that you
स्मृति
are
भूली
an
जाती नहीं
instrument of for godly
तब
service.
साधारण कर्म
Then, by
यह
constantly
साधारण
considering
कर्म
yourself
से
to be an
चलता रहता है
instrument, you will never
जिस
perform any
स्मृति
action through
में
which
विशेष
there
सर्विस
could be
उपयोग
disservice.
करते हूँ
So, when you
तो
forget this
जितना समय
awareness,
विशेष
you
सर्विस में
perform ordinary
मुंतशिर
action.
रहता है
And your time is spent
उतने
in
से
ordinary way. For
सर्वश्रेष्ठ
instance, when any
अस्तित्व
of you
प्राप्त
become
होता
instrument for
है
special seva,
यदि
for the
समझते
length of
हैं
time you have the
हम
special service
किसी
in front
शिशु
of you,
की
your
स्मृति
stage remains
सहायक
good
सर्विस के लिए
because you
निमित्त हैं
realize that at that
ऐसे
moment
ही
you are
संस्कार
instruments
प्रदान
for
हुए
service
भी
in front of you.
यह स्मृति
So,
में
in the
रहे
same way, whilst
कि इस
performing
समय
ordinary actions,
मनसा
have the
द्वारा विशिष्ट
awareness,
परिवर्तन
have
करने
the awareness that at
सेवा
that
में
time
उपस्थित
you
हूँ
are at service.
तो क्या स्थिति रहेंगी
You are at
यदि
service. Then how will be your
स्थिति में
stage?
रहती है
So, do you pay
इस
attention on that?
प्रकार
Do you
अगर
check
सदा
yourself at that
अवलोकन
time? So, in the
विशिष्ट
same
चिंतन
way, if you check
विशिष्टता की
yourself
सेवा
all the
आदि
time and just see yourself on the stage of
तो
the world,
साधारण स्थिति
so you
वह
will
साधारण चलन
so then there
वह
will be no
अवलोकन
ordinary
अवलंबन
action, ordinary activity,
और
or
निर्देशन
carelessness.
व्यर्थ जाने से
So much of your time would be
सर्वश्रेष्ठ
used in a worthwhile way
चिंतन
instead of it
करना बढ़
going to waste.
जाएगा
So your account of
ऐसे
accumulation
मेरे
would
ऊपर बहुत
increase.
बड़ी जिम्मेवारी
So
होती
when
है
someone has a
तो वह
big
एक एक सेकंड
responsibility, he
अपना काम
considers
करता
his
रहता है
every second to be
अगर एक
invaluable.
मिनट भी व्यर्थ
If even 1 or 2 minutes are spent wastefully, those 2 minutes will also seem to be very long period. So, you are the ones who has the biggest responsibility of all. Does anyone else has such a great responsibility as you at this moment? So you have to bring benefit to the whole world. You have to transform the living and the non-living. It is a huge responsibility. So at every moment, have in your awareness the responsibility that Baba has given you this big responsibility of in one eye, you have Baba's love, and in the other eye, you have the task given to you by Father. That is service. So, love and service have to be together. There is love for those who are loving, but the serviceable, knowledgeable souls are extremely loved. So both have to be together. Only when your stage is that of having the awareness of both at the same time, will you then be an image of love at the time of doing service. However, there mustn't be just love. So somebody said, power. You will be the form of power. But what will be visible as the practical form of power? On what basis is the number given as a result of service? So, when there is power in your words, that is together with love, there should be such power in your words that their hearts are pierced. Okay? Rest of the Murli will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.